welcome back to the Moor Weekly, where we bring you the latest news at Alhambra High. I'm your co-anchor, Grace.
And I'm your other co-anchor, Nicholas. First up are a few announcements. PSAT payments are due on Tuesday, October 4th. Juniors can pay at the student bank for $20 or $5 with a fee waiver.
If you are involved with Link Crew Lunch Day will be on October 5th.
Quarter grades will be due on Friday, October 7th. Grades should all be finalized and updated by 8 a.m. that day.
Also, if you didn't know, this week homecoming tickets are now available for $12.
The Moor Weekly is proud to offer an ASL interpreter version of our videos. These versions of our videos will be uploaded the Monday following the release of the original video.
Okay. How do you feel about the new ASL editions of the Moor Weekly videos?
Yeah, those are really good. It's better than nothing and then better than before. I can see the interpreter now, and I know what they're saying.
Do you think having an ASL interpreter helps reach a wider audience?
Oh yeah. So now the deaf are included, and then other people can see it as well.
Okay, so, how do you feel about the new ASL editions of the Moor Weekly videos?
I feel like that's really cool. Be able to see a signer and interpreter there, and the captions at the same time. I don't have to click anything; it's already there, and I understand everything.
Do you think having an ASL interpreter helps reach a wider audience, and how is that important?
Yeah. So people will see that and they're curious about signing, and they're like, oh, okay, what's that? And all these people can see, and they're more curious about ASL and want to know more.
Thank you. What is the importance of the addition of an interpreter in the videos?
So adding the interpreter just makes people more understanding of what's going on, and it's easier to understand.
And is it helpful?
Oh yes, it definitely helps to know what's going on, the captions. Sometimes they go too fast and quick, so the interpreter helps a lot.
So what do you feel is important about the addition of the interpreters?
Well, we've had the DHH program here for quite a few years. I think adding the interpreter just brings more inclusion, it brings more awareness, and then everybody can see the program more, and it just makes the school a lot more inclusive as well.
Another question is there anything else that you think people here at school could do to be more inclusive?
Interacting more with our deaf students, getting to know them, saying hi. I know a lot of us are like, oh, I don't know ASL, but just coming up to them and introducing yourself, using your phone. You can type on your phone, say, hi, my name is whatever, and then they have no problem with that. They love it when people come up, and it's good. You interact, and you get to learn sign at the same time. So I think just doing that, not being afraid to do that, not being afraid to interact, I think is just as important.
Nick, did you hear Carlos Zeus is no longer hosting CNN 10?
I miss him already. He was able to deliver 10 minutes worth of news to students all over the world. Rest in peace, Carlos Zeus.
No, he's not dead. Carlos Zeus is being replaced by former NFL player Coy Wire. Coy has some big shoes to fill.
We will miss you and your puns, Carlos Zeus.
The University of California has recently announced that they will be offering second chance admissions to high school students who have been previously rejected from UCs. However, there are some conditions that come with this plan. For example, high school students must have had a 3.0 GPA and taken general education and lower division courses at a community college. Only some UCs will be offering these guaranteed admissions, such as UC Riverside, Irvine, and Merced. However, popular UCs such as UCLA will not be guaranteeing admissions. This plan will help socially and economically disadvantaged people to get a second chance at going to college. It will also help boost the amount of transfers that go to these colleges. For more information, go to the Moor Weekly website.
The girls volleyball team continues to show their determination at the start of their league season with a record of 3-5. After a defeat against Bill Gardens, they were more than ready to give it their all. Last Thursday, the Moors played against San Gabriel. In a head-to-head match, the Moors showed their perseverance by taking 2 sets. These sets were composed of long rallies, powerful hits, and flawless serves. As seen in this clip, varsity setter Jasmine Hu aced San Gabriel in the 3rd set. The 5th and final set was a nail-biter, with the Moors barely losing in a score of 9-15. Wanting to improve from their last match, the Moors will have their next home game on October 4th against Montebello.
Solar is becoming a reliable and renewable source of energy that's beginning to see more light, as particularly cash-strapped districts are looking to it as a cheaper alternative source of power. According to data that was released by Generation 180, a nonprofit that tracks and promotes clean energy, nearly 1 in 10 K-12 schools across the country have turned to the use of solar power and the installation of solar panels for their schools. In those districts that have already adopted the use of solar energy, millions of dollars are said to have already been saved, with energy being the second greatest expense paid by K-12 schools, costing around $8 billion annually according to White House figures. The adoption of solar is meant to offset these costs with the added environmental protection benefit of reducing the need for further carbon emissions, with the many districts having been economically dependent on coal. Generation 180 furthermore claims that if 130,000 K-12 schools were to fully adopt and transition to the use of solar, it would result in an annual reduction of 60 million metric tons of carbon emission. So far, about 8,400 schools have made the switch to the installation of solar, generating enough energy to power roughly 300,000 homes, half of these schools coming from low-income backgrounds. In most of these schools, third-party arrangements and agreements allow for this transition to solar be made possible. These solar companies pay upfront for installation and maintenance, allowing schools to buy electricity at a reduced rate, so long as they house the system, these agreements being crucial for 90% of solar capacity at schools. In California, after having witnessed the wildfires and mudslides in Santa Barbara County from 2018, the installation of solar panels began to take place. The completion of this project set to provide 94% of the energy to the whole district, now coming from renewable sources. Solar is said to bring more cost efficiencies to schools and districts across this country, saving millions of dollars over the span of around 35 years, with now more schools and districts transitioning into this cleaner, renewable source of energy.
That's all for this week's edition of the Moor Weekly. Stay tuned for more videos and be sure to check out our website, the Moor newspaper, for more stories.
See you all next time. Go Moors!
Man, player, it's already senior year. I ain't in any club though. You in?
I'm in well. You should join.
What's that?
It's the Women Empowerment League. Haley and Brittany are the president and the vice president. You should join. They have an open meeting right now.
Hi guys, welcome to our open meeting. I'm Haley, I'm the president.
I'm Brittany, the vice president.
So what are you guys about?
Well, we're a club where everyone is welcome.
Yeah, our passion is to raise awareness to breast cancer awareness, like sexual assault, denim day, period poverty, dress code, and just enforcing equal rights to all.
Our goal as a club at Alhambra High is to have fundraisers where we are able to donate to women's shelters and give back to the community.
You gotta support our women, man.
I mean, if you join DJ, I'll join. You should sign me up. Okay.
You can also become part of WOW by coming to our meetings and signing up for our Remind to stay updated.
I heard they also have fundraisers, and in fact, 2 weeks they will be starting a fundraiser to raise money for breast cancer awareness. You should stay updated following their Instagram to hear more about their fundraiser.